is a country endowed with plentiful natural resources and rich arable land, offering extensive prospects for investments and growth. Several factors have contributed to Tanzania's economic boom, including government-led initiatives on industrialization, infrastructure development, and business climate improvement, such as tax incentives. Tanzania is the 10th richest country in Africa with a GDP of $79 billion according to the latest IMF report. Number 9. Côte d'Ivoire, GDP $86 billion. Côte d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast, is making a significant economic resurgence following many years of political turmoil. The West African country now boasts of a GDP of $86 billion, propelled by strategic investments in infrastructure, agriculture, and manufacturing. Côte d'Ivoire is the biggest producer of cocoa worldwide, producing about 2.2 million tons of cocoa annually. With a large youthful demographic and a growing favorable business climate, Côte d'Ivoire is poised for rapid economic growth. Number 8. Angola, GDP $92 billion. Being an oil-rich country, Angola has depended on oil exports to engineer its economy for many years. However, in recent years, the government of Angola has initiated ambitious economic diversification endeavors aimed at mitigating the risk of total dependence on oil exports as a means of growing the economy. These initiatives have led to a growth in the Angolan GDP to $92 billion, making it one of the richest countries on the continent. Number 7. Kenya, GDP $104 billion. With a GDP of $104 billion, Kenya boasts of the second largest economy in the East African region after Ethiopia. Kenya has positioned itself as a pivotal economic center in the region through its dynamic entrepreneurial culture and expanding middle class. Several factors have contributed to Kenya's economic growth, including agriculture, financial services, tourism, and technology. Number 6. Morocco, GDP $152 billion. Morocco's economy flourishes across various sectors such as tourism, agriculture, manufacturing, and renewable energy. Morocco's stability and strategic positioning as a crossroad between Africa, Europe, and the Middle East has played a key role in its economic growth. Other factors such as government-led initiatives aimed at promoting entrepreneurship and innovation are propelling the country's global competitiveness and economic growth. Number 5. Ethiopia, GDP $205 billion. In its recent economic metamorphosis, Ethiopia has drawn substantial foreign investments in sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and infrastructure. Looking into the future, Ethiopia's economic growth is expected to reach greater heights as more foreign investments keep streaming in, coupled with the favorable business climate created by the government. Currently, with a GDP of $205 billion, Ethiopia has one of the fastest growing economies on the continent. Number 4. Nigeria, GDP 252 billion USD. Often hailed as the giant of Africa, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa with a population of about 230 million people. Apart from its population, Nigeria is endowed with rich natural resources such as its vast oil reserves. With a current annual GDP of 252 billion USD, Nigeria has the potential to become one of the strongest economies in the world. Number 3. Algeria, GDP 266 billion USD. Algeria's economic growth is primarily fueled by its vast natural resources such as oil and natural gas through hydrocarbon exports. However, just as in Angola, the government has rolled out initiatives aimed at reducing our dependence on oil exports and focusing on diversification to promote sustainable growth across diverse sectors. Number 2. Egypt, GDP 347 billion USD. Egypt has done well in leveraging its strategic geographical location as a bridge between Africa and the Middle East. Egypt is one of the most visited countries in Africa, and its economy is massively boosted by the tourism sector. Lying adjacent to the Nile River, agriculture has also formed the backbone of the Egyptian economy. Other sectors that have contributed to economic growth of Egypt include the manufacturing sector and the ICT industry. Number 1. South Africa, GDP 373 billion USD. And finally, topping the list of the top 10 richest countries in Africa by GDP is South Africa, with an annual GDP of 373 billion USD according to the latest IMF report. South Africa is renowned for its diverse economic profile